Welcome back everybody to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Krystal, better known as your Leo bestie. Yes, I'm a Leo and today is Friday when I'm recording this, but I will post on Sunday. So from today to Sunday, the moon is in Leo. Wanted to give you guys a little bit of an insight before I get started of how I use astrology to heal myself, to allow myself to be in the emotions. So, for those that don't know, in astrology, the moon represents our emotions. So, whatever your moon sign is, that is how you express your emotions, that's who you are emotionally. And so, with the moon being in Leo, just a little backstory about Leo. Leo is the inner child. Leo is a child at heart. And so, this weekend, if there's anything you do, go out and play with your inner child. What did your inner child like? Did she like going to the movies? Did she like going and buying whatever it is? Did she like painting? Did she like reading? Whatever it is, go out and do that for your inner child. I'm excited to be here. For those of you that don't know, I started healing my inner child and just healing everything about me, to my body, to my spirit, to my mental body, emotion body, everything. I've done the whole work. And so now I'm transmuting all my experiences, all my journey into this YouTube channel, hoping that it helps you in your journey in healing your wounds, healing whatever it is that you need to feel okay. Especially right now, I actually just checked in with myself a few days ago because I was feeling it. The emotions were coming through. There was a full moon, and it was in Cancer. Cancer is super emotional. So it was just a roller coaster of emotions. And so, speaking of that, I want to tell you guys to remember, especially if you listened to last week's episode about where to get started with the work and figuring out your wounds. I want to give you guys a little introduction and then I'll go into the topic. But I wanted to remind you guys of my feelings tracker. Remember that this is available to you for free. I'll give you guys like a little insight. So like it tells you like, hey, feelings tracker, what is it, what it's gonna do. And then I even explain on here what emotions are, what they are, where they get started, how it responds in your body. And then I have an emotions wheel, which will help you in determine what emotion you are feeling. And then after that, I go through the days, and then it just goes through like a little assessment. In this assessment, I want this to be for you. All it's going to do is ask yourself, like, rate the following. So when you rate this, you know how to fill this part out. So this is the planning ahead. This is when I put in here, like, to make commitments to yourself. This is like the perfect time to do it too, with the new year coming in. What a better way of welcoming the new year than by saying, hey, I'm going to take care of myself this year. I'm going to take care of myself emotionally, because if you don't know, I'm going to tell you, your emotional affects your physical affects your emotional, they both affect your mental, and it's just, we're all interconnected. So what a better perfect time than to say, I'm going to commit to this, I'm going to commit to this. This will really help you out. That is why I did this rating, so that you could know, like, example, it says, I feel what emotions are stuck in my body. And if you answer no, then guess what? Under body, I'm going to put, I commit to feeling my emotions in my body. Other examples, so like, I can identify my emotions. And if you put like rarely, then I would say like emotions. Okay, I'm going to commit to learning more about emotions. I'm going to learn about how emotions feel to me and how I can sense them, how I can use my five senses, which, reminder, I'm going to remind you guys, it is see, feel, hear, smell, and taste. Those are your five senses. So when you are doing this, like, I commit to feeling all my five senses. I commit to using my senses to connect to my body. Things that you can put on here, like I commit to feeling my emotions, I commit to feeling them, I commit to hearing them, I commit to smelling them, I commit to tasting them, because they're all connected to our senses. So just a little, I know that was a lot, but I hope you guys are following. Next, I put a little checklist. In this checklist, you're able to, like, I put some emotional activities that you can do, physical activities you can do, and then inner child activities you can do. Use this one this weekend, especially with the moon being in Leo and being the inner child. Connect to your inner child this week. I'm going to post this on Sunday, so connect to your inner child this week by journaling. Write her a letter in your journal. Like, what do you want to say to your inner child? Does she want to say anything? Meditate and just imagine you with like your 5-year-old self, with your 6-year-old self, whatever self it could be. Imagine yourself with your inner child. Do something fun, like go out and dance, go out with friends, go painting, go hiking, go do something, but do it with the intention of doing it for your inner child. Read an inner child healing book. There are many out there. I do have a book club if you guys are interested in that. Right now we are actually reading Girl Stop Apologizing, and so far it's good, and it does talk about inner child in there. So I don't know, there's just a lot. If you're wanting to join a community, a sisterhood, let me know. And then I put, of course, Watch Your Leo Bestie on YouTube, which, hello. And then, of course, I just put like a quick little thank you to you guys, and then just a little bit about me. So, and I added a notes page. I wanted to add another page for notes, but I didn't. So if you've done this and you have any feedback, I would love it. That way, like if I need to add another notes page, then definitely. Or if you print it, just print 2 of this one if you would like. But yeah, guys, with this being said, with my emotions tracker, I wanted to go into this week's topic, which is going to bounce off last week's. As I mentioned last week, I said, start at the surface level. What is the surface level of your wounds? How do I determine what I need healing? How do I determine what I need to do? How do I determine what needs to be done in me so that I could heal, so that I could feel better, so that I am not living in stress 100% of my day, 80% of my day, whatever it is. Just start at the surface level, right? So now we're moving on, okay? We see our wounds, I see what they are, I see whatever, like I see it all, but okay, Krystal, what's next? This is what's next. So I mentioned the 5 senses, which are see, feel, hear, smell, and taste. Those are the 5 senses. What you're going to do this week is, what did you go through the past 3 years, 15 years, 3 months? Like, what did you go through? Was it a breakup? Was it a death? Was it domestic violence? Whatever it is. I'm going to use for this example because it's one of the things that I felt this week, and I have found that the best way that I can explain things is by actually telling you how I did it and how I felt and what came up for me. Why I took this baby out again was because, again, I mentioned to you guys in the beginning, it's the holidays, I am not around family, and so I just felt, I'm used to being with family for so many years, so then now that I like moved away and I'm not close to family, it definitely hits different. It's one of the emotions, but for me, like, I know that that's like sad, but what I felt and what was making my emotions go like bubble up and go like a little out of control was that I felt guilty. I felt guilty that I was not there with my family to celebrate the holidays. And you carry this sense of like guilt because you're like, well, I want to be there And I think a lot of it has to do with like FOMO, like fear of missing out. It's still a valid emotion. Like I still have the okay to feel that guilt. I still have okay to feel that shame. But this is what I did. So I filled out my little emotions tracker. So of course I like identified it, I validated it. I felt any sensations. For me, I felt it all, like it was a lot of discomfort. I felt it all in like my lower part of my belly. What I did is I meditated. And these are the questions that I asked myself while I was meditating. In that moment, I just closed my eyes and I'm like, okay, this is my wound. It's a wound of shame, wound of guilt. Now I know that I can dissect into this. That's why I told you guys last week, this could take 5 months, this could take a year, this could take some time to do because you have different wounds. This is the wound I'm choosing to show you guys an example. So for me, I'm gonna grab my wound, right? I grabbed it and I put it here and I'm like, okay, I feel this guilt. And that's when I asked myself, I'm like, okay, what do I see? What do I see? And as I was closing my eyes and I was meditating on it, on releasing this, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but if you guys have seen Spider-Man 2, the Venom guy, that little black little blob that like goes around, that's what it felt like. That's what felt to me, that's what it felt like. That was in my stomach. Like that's how my shame felt. And so I was like, okay, that's what I see. Like it just put it into visualization for me. And then I was like, okay, but next, so that's how it looks. That's how it is. And then I identified like how does it feel? And I said it feels just like the glob, like a black glob, just like laying in my lower part of my belly. And then it was like, okay, is there any color? And I was like, yeah, well, it feels black. Like it just feels like stuck like glue in there. And that's when I asked myself, okay, do I hear anything? Is there any sounds? And for me, like I didn't hear anything. Did I smell anything? No. And did I taste anything? I could like feel my like mouth a little like sour. But I think that was just me releasing that made that sour taste go in my mouth. Then after that, after the 5 senses, so I came back to my body. That's the first part, is you come back to your body with the 5 senses. So I came back to my body. Now I need to heal that. Now I need to like rebuild myself back up. The part where you're gonna ask yourself, does this shame have anything to say? If it had a voice, what would this shame say? Next is, how long have I been feeling this for? Then answer that. And then, is this shame ready to be seen? Is this emotion, whatever it is for you, is it ready to be seen? Is it ready to be let go? Is it ready to leave my body? And this is the perfect time to take out your journals. Take your journals out. Take your journal out. And this is the part, these questions, write it in your journal. How long have you, like, just write like if you're writing to shame, like, dear shame, do you have anything to say to me? And just let it come out. Ask it any questions, like, do you want to speak? How long have you been here for? How do you feel in my body? How can I heal you? Ask those questions, like, and when you go to your journal, like, go with the intention that you're gonna release that emotion. And you're going to feel uncomfortable. You are, like, I'm gonna tell you, like, I've done the work and I'm still doing the work, but it gets easier and you learn how to work through it. But at first, literally, you are going to feel uncomfortable. I felt like I couldn't breathe. Like I felt my chest really tight and I had to like check myself and be like, Krystal, just breathe. So remember, guys, like, this is the reason that I say, like, I'm here for you guys. If you guys want to walk through at least one example and then you like run off and you fly off, then that be it. But let me be a part of just the beginning and just like guide you pretty much of how to do it, how it should feel, how it should be, and then cut your wings and then like fly off, you know what I mean? But that's what I'm here for, and I just hope that you guys know that. That is going to be all of this video because it was a lot of information. It just is the second part of doing the work. And it really is how to do the work. But with that being said, if you guys have any questions at all, send me an Instagram on DM. If you would like to reach out to me personally, I would recommend to reach out to me through my website. It goes directly to my email. Instagram is so weird with messages. So, I don't know. Instagram's being a little weird. But anyways, if you guys want to reach out to me personally and you would like to, reach out. My website is on my link tree, or I usually link all my socials down below. That being said, I will let you guys go, and I'll just end with a quick little prayer. Just wishing you all and praying that we all have a happy 2024. Make this the year of growth. Make this the year of abundance. Make this the year of love and prosperity. Make it the year that we all get to have a deep breath. Real quick, I do want to say, astrology wise, if you are a Taurus, a Scorpio, a Leo, or a Aquarius, grab on tight because Pluto, the planet of transformation, is leaving Capricorn. If you are a Libra, an Aries, a Capricorn, or a Cancer, your 15-year cycle is ending, and guess what? Fixed signs Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio, we are all starting a new cycle, and we're going to have Pluto, the planet of transformation, on us. So if you are a Taurus, if you are again, Leo, Aquarius, or Scorpio, this is your time to shine. This is your time to heal, because Pluto is on your back now, and it's about to be. I think it goes like January 22nd, 21st, don't quote me on that. But just a little insight for anybody that's been resisting some change. There's change happening in the stars. So stop resisting. You are safe. In this space, you are safe. I love you guys. That was probably like a long prayer, long rant, but I love you guys. Remember, every single day is a new opportunity to grow. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.